Mr. Secretary,
Yeah, well,
simple question.
right.
Is it
And
fair
I'm
for
very proud of
biological
it.
boys to compete against girls in sports?
I believe all children should have an opportunity to engage in extracurricular activities, including athletics, including the arts, because that's what our schools provide, and every student should have access to it.
Mr. Secretary, never before have we had an administration like this one that's decimated Title IX like you guys are. Do you believe it's fair or not for biological boys to compete against girls in sports? It's a simple question.
I believe all students should have access to sport. And
so you do support biological boys competing against girls in sports?
I believe I answered the question.
No, you haven't. It's a simple question. Just answer the question. The administration either supports it or you don't.
If you're saying, do I believe transgender girls should have access to sports? Yes, I do.
So you and this administration support biological boys competing against girls in sports. And you don't, and furthermore, you don't believe that that's in direct conflict with Title IX.
Sir, I see where your questions are going, and I'm going to be very clear with you. Our transgender students need to feel supported, included, and seen. And your line of questioning is even by describing it the way you're doing it, shows me that you don't believe that all students should have access to the extracurricular activities that schools provide.
Well, I guess where I'm going, Mr. Secretary, is you can defend, you believe that Title IX protects biological boys competing against girls in sports. Does this administration stand by that? We're about to celebrate the 50th anniversary next month of Title IX, which was brought about with bipartisan support 50 years ago. And somehow, somewhere, you and this administration believe that Title IX somehow protects biological boys from competing against girls in sports. You're okay with that?
I've had conversations with girls who are transgender who also look to sports to develop their own sense of accomplishment, to set goals, to work as a part of a team. I do support their ability to access what the public schools provide, both at the K-12 level and at the higher ed level.